We are rolling.
Good morning. Welcome back to the conversation. This is pointing out the obvious. This is our news and politics webcast, our daily take on what's buzzing today. I'm your host, Patrick Russell, and over there is my very opinionated producer, Veronica. Together we're here to quip and quiver through today's headlines, searching for the real, no matter how deep in the swamp we need to go. TGIF, Veronica.
Happy Friday, everyone.
So, I guess the metaverse isn't quite ready for all aspects of life, to include a mass layoff of 900 workers during the holidays. A CEO of a digital mortgage lender, Better.com, is finding that out the hard way. So, let me set you up on what happened, Veronica. Tell me how you feel about this. So, Better.com, they're one of these new breeds of digital mortgage lenders. And the day before, they had just released news that they had received an infusion of cash of $750 million. And so the very next day, there was a big mass summons for a huge webinar. Very important. 900 employees were asked to attend very quickly. All of them thinking, whoa, good news, maybe even a raise potentially. Nope. The CEO, Vishal Garg, went ahead and played a pre-taped video. Not even a live performance, mind you. The tears weren't even live. The onions were off stage. And he proceeded in a 9-minute video to let all of these employees know, 900 in total, that they are being laid off unceremoniously during the holidays. And the backlash has been great, Veronica. So right now he's actually taking a step away from his duties. He's taking a step away as the CEO, but now the backlash still continues. There's still now employees left in the company that are now revolting and wanting his head, feeling that, his response to the backlash was probably his death knell. If you remember, yesterday, he went on to say that the reason why he was so callous and heartless in his firing was because secretly, many of the employees fired were claiming to work a full day of 8 hours, but it was secretly discovered that they were only working 2. And then he brought that up, and he used that as essentially a defense, if you will, to justify and rationalize his heartless approach. But what about the good employees, I ask you? What about them that he just lumped them all together as thieves? From a younger generation's perspective, Veronica, how do you feel about the prospect of being laid off by Zoom instead of good old-fashioned face-to-face? Your thoughts?
Ouch. Well, first of all, let me just clarify that I have never in my life been laid off. That's a good thing. Thank you very much. And second of all, I mean...
You haven't lived then, my dear, if you haven't been fired and gone out of the office in a blaze of glory.
No, I mean, I'm a very good employee and very hard worker person. So, yeah, that's my defense. And you know that. Now, getting fired through Zoom, I mean, that sucks. One thing is like to come to the office and be like, you know what, this is the explanation. But you know what? It sucks, but for me, I honestly will prefer getting fired through Zoom than through in person, because I feel that in person it's like more touchy, more sentimental. Like you don't really know what to say besides okay. And through Zoom, it's like it's a new era now. I mean, everyone works from home. Everyone is doing Zooms, and also.
Can you imagine the scene for just a moment? Let's say you're on your laptop. Let's say you're logged fired into the... And you've got little windows of all your other employees and coworkers, and they're all saying the same thing. These little jibber jabber, what's going on? Just these little windows of people going, what? How can this be? Can you imagine that scene of 900?
Yes, but also,
would you like to be fired in that format?
Yeah, why not? But also, as a business owner, Patrick, I do understand the perspective of the company. And let's face it, a company needs to be able to make money to keep up with 900 employees. Now, I've been reading a lot into people working from home, and let me tell you, I do have personal experience where we notice that, maybe people are not very smart about working from home. They don't really put in the hours. They don't really care about it. And as a company, I'm talking as a business owner, I will do the same thing because my company needs to be able to produce in order for me to pay 900 employees. So I'm in the middle between the employee and the employer, which at this point, once again, if you're capable, if you're smart, you're going to be able to get a job within the next week or so if you really want a job. And as a company, I have to first do what I have to do for the company. And if I notice that employees are clocking in, because it's happening a lot, and I'm pretty sure that moving forward, a lot of laws are gonna come into place where, oh, you're working 8 hours. Well, what is it that you did, right? Because going back into your last month pay, it doesn't look like you did a lot, right? So as an employee, also, I invite you to, if you're working from home, make sure that you do the job and make sure that you care for the company that it's paying you to make money, not just for a paycheck. And that's how I've been seeing it the whole time. In my career, in my life, I care for the companies that I work for. I just don't go and sit down and be like, well, give me my weekly paycheck. I care, and I do my best to make sure that the company has the potential and the money that I can create.
I love this because this is a classic textbook example of how the youth can be right and still be all wrong. You have a human element called morale of the remaining employees of the company that this CEO completely disregarded and is now going to pay the price for. Your efficiency argument is absolutely true. And it's still wrong. We are not robots. We are not cyborgs yet. We are still living, breathing, bleeding, and feeling human beings that require hope, aspirations, confidence, and safety. And to know that my boss can unceremoniously on Christmas Eve send a mass email, shotgun style, to let me know that now he has just unequivocally changed the course of my life and my family's life. Oh, hell no! Do I want to have that done on Zoom? Final note.
Yes, I understand your point, but when it comes to businesses, we don't have to look at it between how you feel. We have to look at it the way that the company is going. And if the company can show that they're not making money, they're actually claiming losses for the year, and that they don't have enough money to pay the 900 employees, and they can prove that within those 900 employees, all of them were not doing their job at least for 1 hour, that's an argument. And I understand that as an employee, I wouldn't like that. I wouldn't like to get fired because I have bills to pay. But I also keep in mind, it's a company. We don't have to care for feelings. We have to care for producing what we pay for. So,
ladies and gentlemen, final note. I introduce to you the younger generation. They're up and coming, the TikTok world. It's cold.
Follow me on TikTok.
Watch out. Guys, there's no right answer. There's no wrong answer, but there definitely is your opinion. Please don't just subscribe to this channel, even though we will be doing this on a daily basis to let you know what a power couple thinks of when somebody wants to use the metaverse for reasons not quite right for it. But lend your voice to the show. It'll make it a whole lot more fun. Guys, it doesn't matter if you lean to the right. It doesn't matter if you lean to the left. As long as you're treating the person in front of you kindly, you just made the world a better place. TGIF, everybody.